Today, we're pulling back the curtain on something you see every single day: digital marketing's hidden blueprint.
I mean, you know the feeling, right? You search for something just once and bam, suddenly it's on every website you visit, every social media feed you scroll through. It can feel like magic, or maybe, yeah, a little bit creepy.
Well, I'm here to tell you, it's not magic, and it is definitely not random. It's actually a planned journey, a hidden blueprint that marketers have designed. And today, we're going to give you the map.
Okay, so how exactly is this blueprint built? Well, it all starts with the fundamentals. Let's dive in and break down the core strategies that make this whole thing work. So, at its core, you can think of marketing as having two main flavors. On one hand, you've got outbound marketing. This is the classic push approach. It's basically a megaphone, right? It's the ad that interrupts your favorite show, shouting for your attention. But let's be honest, we've all gotten really good at ignoring that stuff. That's where inbound marketing comes in. This is the pull. It's not about demanding your attention, it's about earning it. Think helpful blog posts or cool videos. It's a two-way street, a conversation that you actually want to be a part of.
Now, to make all this happen, marketers have this nifty toolkit they call POEM. First up, P is for paid media. Super simple. This is any advertising they pay for, like social media ads or search ads. Then you have O for owned media. These are the channels the brand controls completely: their website, their blog, their own social media profiles. And finally, E is for earned media. And folks, this is the holy grail. This is when other people like you and me, share their stuff, write awesome reviews, or just talk about them online totally for free.
Okay, so marketers have their tools, but how do they put it all together into a plan that actually works? Well, they do it by mapping out the entire customer journey.
And that brings us to the master plan itself, a really powerful framework called RACE. The best way to think about it? It's like a GPS for the entire customer journey. It's the strategic path designed to take someone from being a total stranger all the way to becoming one of the brand's biggest fans.
So RACE is an acronym for 4 key stages. Well, let's walk through them. First, R is for reach. This is all about building awareness and getting you to their website in the first place. Once they have your attention, they need you to A for act. That means getting you to interact with their content, maybe sign up for a newsletter, and become a lead. The third step, C, is convert. This is where they turn that interest into an actual sale. And finally, and this is so important, E is for engage. This is about building a long-term relationship so you don't just buy once, you become a loyal advocate.
All right, so that's the theory. But what does this look like in the real world? Let's follow the journey from the very first click all the way to a customer.
Okay, this is where it all clicks. Let's take a super common example: searching for back pain relief. So at the beginning, in the awareness stage, you're just Googling things like how to reduce back pain, right? A smart brand will have a helpful blog post waiting for you. Then, as you learn more, you move into active evaluation. Your searches get more specific, like shoes versus posture for back pain. And guess what? They'll have content comparing different solutions. Now, you're ready to buy. You search for a specific brand and boom, there's a targeted ad with a 10% discount. But look at that last step, post-purchase. It doesn't end there. After you buy, they might offer you another deal for writing a review, which keeps you engaged and brings in new customers. See, every single step you take, there's a marketing tactic designed just for it. So here's the key takeaway. Marketers aren't just crossing their fingers and hoping you'll find the buy button. No way. They design a very clear, very specific sequence of steps for you to follow. It's called a conversion path.
So what does this path actually look like in action? Well, it often starts with a simple Google search. You find a link to a really helpful blog post, it gives you some great info. But then, as you're reading, you see it, a call to action. Something like, download our free ebook on solving back pain. You pop in your email and, just like that, you've taken a huge step down their path.
And this is what it's all about. By guiding you from that helpful content to a specific action, like grabbing that ebook, the brand has done something really important. They've turned you from just some random anonymous person searching online into what they call a qualified lead. They now have a direct line to you, and they know exactly what problem you're trying to solve. Okay, so they've built this whole elaborate path. But how do they have any idea if it's actually working? The answer is both simple and incredibly powerful. They measure everything. Here's how. They take a big, fuzzy objective like, say, product awareness, and they break it down into smaller, super specific user goals. Things like getting you to sign up for a newsletter or watch a demo video. And then each one of those tiny goals gets measured with a specific number.
And that number has a name.
It's called the KPI, which stands for Key Performance Indicator. Think of a KPI as the one number that tells you the truth. It cuts through all the noise and answers the most important question. Is this tactic actually working? It could be the percentage of people who clicked an ad, the number of ebooks downloaded, you name it. It's the hard data that tells them if their blueprint is working or if they need to change course.
But remember that last stage of the RACE framework? Engage? The journey doesn't just stop once you buy something. In fact, the best marketing blueprints are designed to go way beyond that one sale. They're trying to build something that lasts.
And, this quote really hits the nail on the head. It says, the idea is to build long-term engagement by continuously contributing to consumers' lives by creating value. It's not about a one-and-done transaction. It's about becoming a trusted part of your life.
So, when you boil it all down, what's the big takeaway? Great digital marketing isn't a megaphone. It's not about shouting at people. It's a conversation. It's a carefully planned, value-driven relationship that's built one step, one click, one interaction at a time.
So the next time you see that ad that seems to be following you, don't just see an ad. See the blueprint, see the map, and ask yourself a simple question. What journey am I on right now? And where are they trying to guide me next?